Welcome to step 14. This is going to be a bit of a long one, but it's all going to be a repeat of machines you've used before. So step 14, select stock with help of your teacher. Stock required. You can either get one board with a minimum of rough dimensions of 7/8 by 7/8 by 6 inches by 27. So this board is going to be good enough. Or if your teacher gives you two short boards, they have to be a minimum of 7/8 by 6 inches by 14. So in my case, I'm going to have a longer board here. So number 2, radial arm saw, cut one board to 27 inches. Safety reminders, ensure board is tight against the right side of the radial arm saw fence and board sits flat on the table. Mark your initials on the end of the board. Come over here. So I come over here, I choose the edge that has no shadows, and I'm going to mark at 27 inches. Remember that this machine here doesn't matter if it's not totally accurate. Come over here, cut the board, shift away. Cut the machine up, discard that soft wood. Take my marker. And actually, in this case here, we're going to mark both ends. Mr. Lee, 1-1A. Flip it around because we're going to have two boards by the time we're done with this. Mr. Lee, 1-1A. And then we're on to the next step. Now, next step is the 10-inch joint, joint one good face as few times as necessary, and then mark reference RF or reference face. Safety reminder, use the face pass. Push sticks. So over here, I'm going to set up the jointer here. And I'm going to find the least wobbly face, which I know is this one already. Lock that down. And I'm going to use the face pass push stick. And also I'm going to have this other paddle on top. You'll note have a look to make sure that your board has no shadow lines around the edges and also that there are no wobbles. In this case, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to mark a reference face for that, that point there too. Number 4, at either jointer, the big joint or the little one, joint one good edge until 90 degrees is achieved with reference face. Reminder, reference face to make contact with the 90-degree fence and record reference edge on the new edge. So go again. I don't need a push stick this time because I'm above my safety line over here. Now I have my reference edge right here, which I'm happy with. Do as least amount of as passes as possible. Number 5, at thickness planer, plane your board or boards to a finished thickness of 3/4. Use a thickness gauge to confirm your 3/4 inch finish. Reminder, reference face down at planer, no more than 1.5 turns per table wheel. So I come over here and I set up the planer until it receives this. Okay, so I've adjusted the planer table to take off to have my starting point. Remember that the reference side is face down. Hands on hold. number 5 at the thickness planer. Now I'm going to go to the table saw and rip to a finished width of 5.5. Set and adjust parallel fence to 5.5 from right side blade. Lock fence, adjust blade height to bottom saw gullet. Reinstall blade guards and select correct push steps. So over to here. Doesn't matter which order you do this in, but first we're going to do is we're going to adjust the height of the blade so the gullet is at the top of the material. Lock it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grip to 5.5. So I take my tape measure, I find the right tooth, and I move it until it gets to 5.5. Lock it down. Make sure that the splitter's in place. Bring the guards down. Preferably have someone help you with this step. So we're going to have the reference edge touch the fence. I don't need a push stick because I can get my hand safely through here. Come over to step number 7, joint at either joint or joint edge with table saw blade. So I have my reference edge, which I'm happy with. This edge here has saw marks on it. We want to clean that up. One pass should do it. Alright, next step is over to the table saw. You can do this at the table saw, or you can do this at the compound miter saw. So I'm going to make a mark at 13.5 or 13.25, like so. Bring it over to here. Push it up. Make sure that the blade is high enough. Remember that we want the gullet to be at the bottom of the top of the wood. Lock the wheel. And I want these pieces to be the exact same. So I bring out my clamp. I move the piece of wood up to the right side of my mark, up to the right side of the mark. And I take my block. I hold this. And lock it like so. I'm going to lock it a little tighter. Alright, and now I can cut this. One. And two. And that. So now we have two top